Tivia. Watch the faces of those who bow the most deeply, or some such. You might want to talk to Hypatia before we head out. She's taken one of the rooms. Just for a while, I think. Needed to be away from
Grand Guard, trying to keep me from leaving. Oh. You're here. Stay with me a moment.
Dr. Hypatia, can you remember anything that might help me? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He could be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kirin Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me, but I owe you for helping me at Admire. Thank you.
Megan must be up on deck. That wasn't here before. Botany and diseases.
Real galaxy brain comment from Emily there about having a book about botany and diseases after a doctor has just taken up residence on our ship. I wonder who could possibly have left the book about diseases there.
Ramsey and the Crown Killer. 2 pieces of the puzzle. More to go.
Yeah.
So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup.
Yeah, baby.
The murders had a calculated effect. Hypatia did terrible things under the influence of her formula. But she's free now.
I'm trying to remember whether there are several different crank wheels that I need to fix the engine. There is one in Sokolov's room. Already read that. Where is it? Come on, brain, work. Just gonna get Bethesda physics through this stupid bucket. No, it's not in here. Oh no, it's here. There we go. I knew it was somewhere around here. Boing! Nope, staircase, there we go. And that fixes that, which, as far as I know, doesn't actually do anything. I think it just maybe makes Megan like you more, but doesn't matter a great deal either. Things. That's not anything useful. Is there various like useful bits and bobs strewn around the Dreadful Whale and different? Because obviously you come back between missions, and like different ones have different things. I think at the moment the only thing that we've got that's useful is in Hypatia's room. There's a whole load of Adamar solution, but I've already got full Adamar solution, which is really annoying because they won't be there after this mission. Therefore, you know, no use to me. Delilah. Anything else that I can grab before we go? No, it doesn't look like it. Check in Billy's cabin. Oh yeah, so there's another crank wheel here if you can't find the first one, and then there's another one. Where the heck's the other one? Maybe it's in the sea. I can't remember. There's at least one other option. Unless we get a beautiful sunset. Or actually, no, sunrise. Right? That's north. Yeah, that's got to be east. I think. So, make these useful. It's flammable, but can't take them with us. No, right, good. Nailed
Let's
it.
hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
I love that when she says your friend, like I'm the only one who,
Alright, let's go.
like,
All right.
she told me to go
Let's
after
get underway.
Hypatia. Anyway, so we're moving on to the Aventa District and the Clockwork Mansion. Yay! I'm going to see if I can do it in the stealthy mode, where Jindosh doesn't even know you're there, but got to get to that first. So the load times in this game on console are just ludicrous. Thanks for your beautiful discounting spam bot spam. Thanks. Ignore. Although they're not as bad as Prey, which is just the worst in terms of arcade game load times. I used to do entire Sudokus while they were loading.
Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
Emily, take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
It is kind of weird, Megan's relationship with Sokolov. Like, you know, obviously they both appear in the first game, but, like, not together. You know, like, her relationship with him is absolutely a thing that's formed between the games, not something that we see any evidence of in the first game. Which, yeah, I don't know if any of the spin-off novels have, like, dealt with it or not, really. I don't like lots of them, because their world-building is, yeah, I don't know, not what I would be looking for. What the hell am I looking for over here? There's that one health potion. I'm sure there's some loot over here. No, maybe not. Yeah, it must have been supposed to be sunset, right? It's definitely getting darker. That's really annoying.
People are leaving our city. But as I look out the windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Sarkonis is a land of riches. Yes, there's war. It's true that across our capital city there are abandoned buildings full of blood flies. There have always been blood flies. There always will be. It's the way of the world. Things rot. They fall apart. You squeeze out every drop of wine you can, then you pass it to nothing. Put that on my tombstone.
Duke Luca, he's so, like, Trumpy. I know that we've all got these things on our minds because of the coup and whatever, but, you know. This end, these guys are all civilians, so they're not
playing dice tonight.
too worried about me being here.
No, not this time.
So I think I need to steal out of the shop window. No, we don't think so.
From a dream. Terrible red waves rising up from the ocean, coming to smash Karnaka.
He is
I
nuts.
screamed and fell out of bed. It's not common knowledge, but traveling by ship horrifies me. It's unnatural. The ocean is a malignant force. It exists to drive us mad or drag us down deep, where our skin and organs turn
It's
to
really
jelly
funny.
and our bones settle
Because, like,
in the muck.
he's married to a witch, and yet he's clearly,
Those
like,
poor fools who make
superstitious
I was
as
pretty
hell.
sure I took it with me.
Anyway.
Sarkonis is a land of tall, fierce winds.
Love fly time. How are we for incendiaries? Not as many as I'd like. 'Cause the first level is really generous in terms of giving you loads of flammable bottles to take them out. Actually, in the yeah, I see you. Because your pistol, it's another good way of using it, but the thing is it's loud. And I don't know if anyone will be able to hear me or not. Because I'm doing a non-lethal run, I'm not using it for anything else, I guess. I may as well. Although, the guys... If they come over to his body, they will. I don't think anybody ever, like, follows up on bad voices in here because they know that it's infected and they don't want to come in. But I'm not sure. We will be cautious. No, I haven't got the brain shot, that helps me heal because all that. Right, is there more upstairs? Oh yeah, okay, right, do the slot first. So icky. Of course there's more upstairs, that's what the shrine is. Oh my god, brain. I like this diary here. basically the reason this place got infected is because they thought injecting themselves with bloodflies would be a great way to, like, meet the outsider. That's a terrible plan.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaka. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music that brought listeners to tears. They probably took it apart, and it has never worked since.
Oh my god. Bethesda bin. I shouldn't blame Bethesda actually, because they're not the devs, they're only the publishers, but still, I guess that's why it doesn't actually kill you, which is a marginal improvement on some Bethesda bins. Right, we should be able to get these dressers, whatever you want to call them, glass cabinets, have got, you can get things out of them without breaking the glass, which you're not supposed to be able to do. No, that's not money, that is candles. Good, right, now I'm out the top. That is not helpful in the slightest, because there's not actually anywhere I can... Oh no, that's not true. Get up here.
Nah, not this time.
Yeah, so there's loads of civilians around. And then the guards are outside the station over here. This guy...
No.
Where's he gone? One of them comes to about here by the steps. Yeah, this guy. It's that one who walks back and forth in front of the door. There's one who just stands in the corner over there. And then there's one who patrols back and forth across there. And then there's one in the guard post. I think I'm just going to ignore all carry on looting for the moment. Painting. Why there is a painting of Ramsey here? Just yeah. So this guy was like an ally of Ramsey or something. What's the note to say? And then yeah, and Brian Ashworth. So yeah, he did a whole load of useful things, helping out the Duke's like gang, you know, inner circle, whatever they want to call them. And then yes, he assassinated someone for them, and now she has rewarded him as the traitor deserves or whatever by poisoning him. Although he does kind of look a bit more stabbed than you would think, wouldn't you? But he was definitely poisoned. Maybe he fell on his own sword. Right, can we get the bone charm out without breaking the glass? Let's see if I go. I'm getting really bad drops this game. Unbelievable. Like, if I'm doing stealthily enough that I'm not having people throw grenades at me, I don't need something that slows down enemy grenades. So, yeah. So yeah, he was drinking whatever Brianna sent him and it poisoned him, and that's why he smashed things, because he dropped them as he was dying or whatever. I think that's what it's supposed to be, rather than literal, like, stabbing. I don't know. Environmental storytelling. For God's sake. Yeah. So the guards basically have complete view of the whole courtyard, so I'm going to be very careful. What the hell is that noise? That was weird. And I can't bounce up over onto that because that's electrified, and I will absolutely zap. Is he seeing me? He better not be seeing me.
Never earned those things. I'm twice the soldier he is. Someone should say something.
What I'm gonna try and do is use my stealthy form to sneak across. This may or may not actually make. I'm never quite sure how stealthy it is. In the sense of, like, it's supposed to be not stealthy if you, like, they can still see you if you're in bright daylight, but because of the way that they, you know, the visuals change, it's hard to know when you're in bright daylight because everything's gone all black and white and, you know, spooky. Anyway, they didn't notice me, which is good. No interiors on this side. That's as far as we can get that. Wait, hang on. Isn't there a letter? What am I thinking of? There's a letter somewhere? Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, let's go and trigger Paolo. Slowly. This is locked, so I'll need to come underground.
You look like you're doing. This city is more gutter-bound all the time.
Absolutely. Beggars will give you clues if you give them money, but given that I know literally everything they can tell you. Okay, so Paolo isn't there until you trigger him. That's fascinating. I just assumed that he was here until... I wonder where he comes from. He just must spawn in then. Before I talk to her. No, right, okay.
I'm told they were... I don't know you.
I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall of light, the kind the Grand Guard uses, and I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by.
Yeah. Right, I just hang out down here until Paolo comes.
I think he's here. Hide yourself.
Should be well hidden enough. Yeah, one of the weirdest things, with that conversation with the shopkeeper,
That's it.
I've had
Stay
it happen
out of sight.
where, like, Emily's lines of dialogue just don't happen. Like, her subtitles and everything come up, but no actual dialogue triggers. But yeah. Luckily, not this time. So yeah, Paolo the mob boss and his 2 bodyguards. One very cool looking lady. She better not see me. And Mrs. Paolo.
I need 8 new cutters, short blades, the good stuff. Morley steel.
I know what you mean.
Do you? Because last time you gave me some backwater foundry garbage that wouldn't hold an edge and snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Bump off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District, a witch empress, and these Clockwork soldiers protecting their aristocracy. All bad for business. But if I get my way, Karnaca will be a different city a year from now.
Absolutely. The Howler swords are exceedingly cool. Off. And now they'll go and hang out in that alley. And unless...
Another of these shops was robbed.
Yeah,
I hired guards if I
did
could
it.
afford it. I used to own a cafe down at the docks, but the smell of fish blood would... Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry.
Yes, I do. What do I need? Let's think about this. Okay, yes, stingies. That's...
You won't be sorry.
Okay, pistol, I'm not too worried about. Bone chop slots, again, not too worried about. Let's carry more. Crossbow bolts.
Deal well made.
Sword crossing, don't need. More grenades. Ah, extra stun mines.
A pleasure to do business.
Oh yeah, instant sleep darts. Wider radius combustion is probably a good idea as well, because that can take out more. More bloodfly nests. See, I have all enough money for most of these upgrades, so like. As for what she's selling,
The situation in the Empire
rob her,
has driven the
obviously.
prices up, I'm afraid.
That's the rewire tool that, like, the game is implying you should use. Rune, and then ticket booth. That is the only key, I think.
I shouldn't deal with strangers.
We do need to get that, but we will get it in a more fun way by stealing it. Yeah. So Paolo and his guys are just going to hang out down there now. They don't do anything for the rest of the level, which is fine. I mean, there is an achievement that, like, is partly you need to go and kill Paolo this level, and as well as at a later level, because that's the thing. Wow. Okay. Okay, it didn't take any full damage there. Oh my goodness. Come on now. This is not difficult. There we go. Gotta love agility. Go. Now these ones I think probably... So the other thing is there a nest keeper in this house? I don't know. That little scarecrow of bad bugs. They're very cool though. We got any flammable doodads? throw a fork at them. That will definitely help. Yeah, it's actually alright if you leave like just one or two alive that are just, you know, fluttering around, because they only attack once they're in a large enough concentration. Also, sometimes they just, you know, get stuck in the furniture and stuff. Is there another nest that I missed? Oh, yeah. Basically, once you've killed all their nests, they'll go for any available corpses. And that's just lovely. Any more? There might be one downstairs. I don't remember. I think it's worse if you're on high chaos, but other than that, when you're not, we're all good. I think. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay. What is the point in having a cupboard if you don't put anything in the cupboard, game? Bonk. Clearly whoever turned the place over already robbed everything worth having, which, you know, makes sense. Soup. I should check on the status of my powers, actually, it's a good point. Freaking bins. Okay. Powers. Shadow Walk, I've already got a stealthy version. I'm tempted by Far Reach to grab upgrade. I have 8 runes. Trade Synergy. Definitely a good one to have. I'm trying not to take Domino because Domino is just ludicrously powerful. Mesmerize is 6, okay. Might wait for that. The bin is just enjoying itself too much. Okay.
Impressive how you managed to get there. Be careful, those people in the oil tanks might still be around.
That's the really, really important clue, and you don't even have to pay for it. One beggar in the game that is actually useful. So that you don't just come down here.
Said whale oil. I got it for you. Not easy to pinch either.
No, you screwed up. It won't work without another tank. Not enough blast. You gotta trust me on this.
All right. I don't know shit about explosives. Never did. I'll go out again later and find some more.
Good. You can't rush jobs like this. It takes a smooth hand.
Can't piss around here forever either. Eventually some wanker will see us and the howlers will catch wind. But I hear you. One more tank.
So basically these two are trying to break into the black market shop by blowing up the wall, which is an excellent plan. I'm gonna lock them out and then do their job for them.
One wrong word and I'm stuck over here. What a racket.
shoes got holes. Hardly lasted a month. Ugh, I will never get used to it.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know she came in here. That's incredible. Fuck.
Hey you, come
What's
here!
going on here? I bet this
Wait,
one's carrying
look,
coin.
I think her hat is worth a fortune! I'll cut you in half! Finally know your
Maybe she followed the rat. I honestly didn't know she ever went in that side room. That's fascinating. Sometimes people do like go out of their little set patterns if they find rats or bloodflies, because you know either they're running away from them or they're like trying to follow them in order to squish them, which can be really annoying if you're playing as Corvo and then you're possessing the rat because people come over and try and squish you.
It won't work without another tank. Not enough blast. You gotta trust me on this.
All right. I don't know shit about explosives. Never said I did. I'll go out again later and find some more.
Good. You can't rush jobs like this. It takes a smooth hand.
You can't piss around here forever either. Eventually some wanker will see us and the howlers will catch wind. But I hear you. One more tank.
Okay, as soon as these step away, because if one of them accidentally falls into the tanks, they will indeed explode. That was a bit neater. Yeah, she came over here to squish the rats. Good little squishers. Is there nothing else in there apart from... Anyway, right, there you go. So yeah, obviously, he's going to get another tank. Getting another tank is not completely easy. The Howlers, by the way, that she mentioned, are Paolo's gang. We will deal with them more later. Small wire, there we go. Grab the key so I can unlock the gate. Definitely visited every open window I can. I think I have. Well, on this half of the map anyway. Ignore Paolo. Ignore the guards. Yourself. Sneaky! Not sneaky enough. I have no idea if I'm going to set the tripwire off. Or whether... Ow! Yeah, no, okay. I was not stealthy enough. Boo! Reload. I thought I might be able to sneak under it. But no. Bum, 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 bum. Gotta check through it while the screen loads. It's all good. Right. So that's that dealt with. Ignore Paolo again. The problem is, obviously going high is usually like the recommended course of action when you're dealing with guards.
Wouldn't give for a bottle of pear soda.
This sharp thingy which prevents you from going any further, and I think the tree has got proper collision on it as well, so basically the game is cruel at this point, because normally you would think, haha, I can just climb over, but no. And those guys, because they're like up on the stairs, they've got like a slightly different like sight level. No,
Show
you saw
yourself.
nothing. And sneaky. I'm not very sneaky. Yeah, you see, look at that.
I spotted someone suspicious.
Did you? Fuck, they're all
let's see.
fretting.
What was it?
I saw someone right here. Better have a look.
They are stupid though.
This won't take long. You're so dead. Stay back.
Oh, stun mines. Stun mines, they're so good.
Die, witch. Go back to the void, man.
Yeah, Shadow Walk is really nasty. You accidentally kill any of your friends by just swinging your sword like that. We hope not. So hurry up. The civilians here. No, looks like we're good. I'm sure there's supposed to be 5. Who didn't see? My losers. Well, that wasn't the neatest ever, but that was the last card. I did count 5 earlier, didn't I? Maybe I only counted 4. That's bonkers. Okay. Anyway, I can loot the guard post now, which is nice. Tells me to deal with Clockwork soldiers, which we are going to need to know. Absolutely losing it. Where's the that's civilians. I have no idea. Right, okay, Howlers, let's go deal with them. But there's... Why is that? Was there blood on the steps before? So yeah, what the game, like, hints for you to do is... I'm stuck in this tree. Use the rewire tool, which just makes the gate non-hostile to you and hostile to your enemies. You know, just flips it. But then, if your enemies walk through it, they do die. So that's not so good on a non-lethal run.
I'm bored. Someone should have come through already.
Hush. You'll tip off the mark.
How long we gonna wait for some lost wrist
This is terrible, terrible
to practice stumble through?
Long as it takes. You want to eat, right?
Maybe this ain't such a good spot for an ambush.
God's shaking people down. More blood flies this year. People just ain't walking the streets anymore.
Getting hard to make a decent living.
Is across the courtyard and can see you moving, which is very irritating because the way that the light is positioned, it's very hard to see him, but he can see you. The rats better not eat them. This is not chloroform, it's the same bottle, But no, it is howler dust, aka flash powder. What it does is basically it makes a nice loud noise and a bright light. So, god damn it, did I just fall?
What in the void was that noise?
Okay, oops. Yeah, so it blinds her. So that's you two. The third one, or the fifth one, if you want to think of it like that, is over there. You? So you're actually not worried. He's gone into search mode. She hasn't, which is fascinating. Don't know if they...
You there! I need your help!
Yeah, that's triggered her, which is so funny. So she thinks she knows that I'm around now, just because she's aware that that guy's been taken out. But...
Think you're smart? Holy
yeah, babe.
Shit. Wait.
What's going on here? I don't want to die!
Who else saw that? Civilians all panicking about. Anyway. On High Chaos, there's already a body in this bin. Like one of their victims, yeah. I probably don't need to move the other guy. Howling bolts do the same thing as the howling dust. Yeah, just make a nice loud bang and have the stunning effect. They're great. No, there's no interior to this house. This is the station where we need to be going. That door's locked, so we'll be going in through the rat hole in a second, I think. But first, we'll go and rob these civilians.
Oh. Ooh, somebody's packing weapons.
Need something?
You got anything I can steal? I think no.
Careful with that sword. The Grand Guard won't like it.
My sword is away. What are you talking about? Anyway, whatever.
Can I cover your face? Are you worried someone might recognize you?
No, couldn't possibly be that.
Yeah. Something. Now we're
Okay,
all on
I think
edge.
we've got blood flies in here.
My heart can't take much more.
Or is that only on High Chaos? Oh my god. Maybe it is. Huh. Okay. No, they're upstairs. I can hear them. Oh yeah, okay. Clue to the safe is this number over here. 3-something-7. And we just try all the possibilities between. Which is a nicer way of doing it than just actually telling you the combination, to be fair. Limit it to 10 possibilities. And yeah, it turns out that they were, you know, conspiracists planning a coup. Woo. Are you in this house, or is that just... I think I'm just hearing it through the window. Which is a good illustration of the fact that if the windows are open, people can hear you smashing things and killing people and whatever. Anything else worth stealing? And these are the worst kind because they're the noise comes through the open windows, but you can't come through the open windows because there's bars. I'm sure there's something nice in here. Am I meant to be stealing? No, maybe not. Any of these?
Trouble sleeping again last night. Maybe I ought to try one of those sleeping tinctures, but they can be kind of pricey.
There we go. That's what I need. Any of the others? No, don't look like it. Right, good. Yeah, none of these go anywhere near. They are all large. I thought they were. Right, I've got to remember I left one on the floor. Yes, good. I left it out of range of the door.
That's the light.
Pretty sure there's... We're going to look really silly if there aren't any up here. I could have sworn there were. Not for crying out loud. I don't remember where this rat hole goes, but... It does go in the right place. Or the right direction, at least. Yeah, latched door. That's what we need. Yeah, so there aren't any bloodflies. I completely misremembered that. That's amazing. Love that. Is it a sword? No, it's a big spoon. Yeah. That's a very, very large rabbit. I love this. Obviously, this is like actual proper painting or whatever. It's supposed to be in-universe mythology or whatever. But this is just concept art for you know, what the interiors of these apartments were going to look like, and they just decided to actually shove it in game as well. It's gorgeous, so I don't blame them. But oh yep, I had it for a second. Get it out without breaking the glass. There we go. Oh, that's a useful one. Familiar scent means the dogs can't smell you. Which basically just turns them into normal guards. You know, normally because they smell you or see you or hear you or whatever. Whereas humans, guards can't smell you, they can only see or hear you. Basically, the people who lived in this apartment love the villain of the first game. Clearly, are on his side, not on my side, which is rude. Anyway, now we come onto this top balcony. From here, we can get onto the station roof. Which is an excellent time to save. Done every other apartment by this point, I think. Yeah. So, as I arrive here, that triggers these guys to arrive. One guard, one officer. We don't have to break the glass either, which is nice. Because if we did, that would be noisy.
I told them he was too scared.
Oh, shoot. No, I didn't mean kill him. Oops. Sorry. Shall I try that again? Let's try that again. That was just an absolute misclick, as it were. Press the wrong button. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday. It's kind of weird that the first chapter of the game, well, the quest to get Sokolov, well, not Sokolov, but, you know, to go to Adamai, talk to Hypatia, is actually the first 2 chapters of the game, because the first bit in the city is a different chapter, and then the second half in the Adamai Institute is the next chapter. Whereas this one, which has probably as much, if not more, like faffing around in the city to get to the Clockwork Mansion, is still considered the same mission, which is kind of
No one knows what's happening.
Oh, that's better. Wasn't exactly neat, but it was better than before, so we'll do. Where's the best place to stash them? I don't know if anybody comes up here. Lol, there's an open window. Oh no, it has got bars across it. Okay, right. I don't feel like quite an idiot. Okay, do not get physicsed by the bin. Oh, he's so gonna get physics by the bit, isn't he? Right, okay. So now we're inside the station, which is a good thing. There's Mindy again. This courtyard outside is where we dealt with the howlers, in case anyone was getting disoriented. Anyone left in here? No, I think everyone outside wants... Oh, chill. So now I can unlatch the door, come out the back with the auto tank, and go and blow up the shop in order to get the key, in order to loot the station, in order to keep going. Method in the madness, honest. Nothing suspicious at all, me just carrying highly explosive substances around. It's all good. Those two are out of my blast radius, I think. I'm really careful not to set these off before I want to.
I'll just eat the losses. No sense in dying for this.
This upsets the shopkeeper. We're gonna knock her out anyway, just because it's safer than not. But anything else worth having? I should just save. That's the key that I wanted. Drink potion. Rewire tool, very useful. Not that I actually need it at this point, but you know. Stick darts. Oh, it's stuff line. There we go. Oh, I haven't got the upgrade that lets me buy sticky grenades. I think I'm full up on sticky grenades anyway, and they're lethal, so you know, it doesn't really matter, but it's the principle of the thing. Wait. Unlock the door with her key and go this way. But easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. Paolo doesn't give a toss about the explosion. vast number of unconscious bodies I've left everywhere. Absolute classic. Right, yes, this is the key that gets me in here, and that's the only way to get into this room, is to have that key. Either you pay for it or you steal it. There's no other solution to that. Open sesame. That gets me blueprints. Yeah, so yeah, it tells. It's a little clue for yes, if you can work out where the key is. Good. The upgrade's the really important thing. But the annoying thing, of course, is that you can't implement the upgrade because you need the shop to implement the upgrade. And once you rob the shop, you can't go back and buy things from the shop, unsurprisingly. So, I can't remember if that upgrade is worth implementing or not. Pyrosonic might be there. Allow sounding bots in the shop? Possibly? I'm not sure. It's not one of the really rare important ones though, so it's not so bad. Now we can move on. It's a very inefficient mass transit, you know, like system. It's clearly not mass transit in that sense, because you can fit like 4 people in a carriage at once at the most, and there's no way of like, you know, overtaking or having 2 carriages running in opposite directions at the same time, or yeah, it's not exactly efficient.
You can see Jindosh's mansion from here.
And very beautiful it is too. I like his little pet waterfall. Now, there are like 6 guards within spitting distance immediately as you get off the carriage here, which is unhelpful. Gate codes written down, stored upstairs. Easy peasy. Read that. It's nothing exciting. It's just we hope we backed the right horse time. So yeah, it's the guy who patrols back and forth. There's these 2, plus 1 in the booth, plus 2 on the ground floor inside, another 2 upstairs. The guy I need who is on the 3rd floor. There's another guy by the wall of light, which is up that alley. And then there's more past the wall of light. So, basically, it's a heavily infested area. Which kind of makes sense, because, you know, they're guarding the only way to get to Jindosh, and Jindosh is, like, important in terms of the Duke's plans and whatnot. Do you two have a conversation? No, just... I should probably get out of the habit of closing doors behind me. It's mostly like a fortnight habit. I don't think these... Obviously these guards do sometimes react to seeing open doors or closed doors or whatever. Please let me...
Gotta keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss. Oh, that...
Let me go. Okay. Yeah, and again, you'd think that the bathroom would be the best place to hide them, but no, because there's no door. Which is just wild. So I think this corner is not going to be seen by anybody who comes in. That's the bedroom upstairs. It's so good that my controller is very old by this point, because the amount of rumble that you get when you're close to bone charms and roots, if your controller has a, you know, fully functioning rumble pack, can be extremely irritating. Ah, there we go, grenades. I knew there was something worth having in here. Oh. Wait, is that the painting of Paolo? Yes it is, there he is. Ugly motherfucker. The Howlers are not your friends. But that doesn't mean they can't be my occasionally useful allies.
Best thing that ever happened to this city. Give me a handful of the Clockwork and I'll clean up the dust district.
I don't know. Maybe the tall boys were better from the time of the rat plague. They made people
get you a
stand
cup
up
of tea.
straight.
Times change. If the Duke has his way, we'll have an army of the Clockwork soldiers by this time next year.
The actual proper cup and saucer, you know. Is he gonna put them down? No, it just disappears. Boo-hoo. Ah, dear. Right, so one of them goes over there, sits down, the other one.
I can just go to the... yes.
Shit. Can I get on top of the bookcase? Oh, I can, maybe? Oh no, maybe not. These guys are the pen pushers of the police station. They...
Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bottle of pear soda.
So like photography is a relatively new technology in this universe. Like there weren't photographs in the first game, and now there are 15 years later. So they're the ones who like take photos of criminals, you know, do the mugshots and process them and whatever. It's just kind of cute. Now if you... This is where the oil tank for the wall of light is. But if you come and turn it off, the guard...
reeks.
That guard
I gotta get a spare uniform.
comes and investigates, and he will see any of the bodies you might have left downstairs or anything like that, which is really annoying. Bone charms. What did I just pick up? I didn't even notice. Oh, spiritual fortune. Okay, that's very good actually. Oh, and swift shadow. Yay! Real proper bone charms. Finally. Yeah, you can't break down black bone charms, which are the really powerful ones, or corrupted ones, which have got the negative effect as well. Well, you can break them down. You get loads of whalebone out of it, but you don't learn the thing, so you lose that power forever. Which is not too bad if you know you're never going to use it, but... right. Actually, can I put more... I got 7. I was going to take Mesmerize. Actually, Mesmerize doesn't work on the Clockwork soldiers, so... take master crafting beforehand, because it's just very useful to be able to have these things. There we go. So fast walking in stealth, I can now put that on the same bone charm 4 times to make 4 times faster, which is funny as hell. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, that's the little whooshing noise means it's corrupted rather than... Yeah. Reduced lung capacity underwater. Okay, that's actually not too bad though. What was I was gonna do? Void Favor I've already got on one of my other ones that I crafted earlier. If I double it up, 2 Void Favor and 2 Spiritual Fortune, that's probably quite good. Oh, again? Enemy bullets hit me harder. Okay, that's also not the worst possible thing, but still pretty irritating. We can take off Gutter Feast. Probably should have bought more slots. Also, I don't think that I'm going to come up against any wolfhounds, so... No, there are no dogs in this level, so I think I'm good. Yeah, so that's the speed that I can achieve in stealth now. Zoop! 4 times speed, which is brilliant. Yeah, so basically they've been arresting a load of people who've been putting anti-Clockwork Soldier propaganda around and about, and this, you know, torturing them for information and whatever, as one does. Okay, spare incendiary there is useful to know because, as always, there are always bloodflies. The best one, bone charm-wise, to like double up is the choking speed. Like, so with one, you know, it's not bad in terms of just reduces the time it takes to choke people. Oh, fuck off. That little up means, huh? There's something in my peripheral vision. So this is the guy we need to steal from, and he's asleep. Loser. So yeah, that time that it takes to choke him out can be reduced by like a ludicrous amount. So it's basically instantaneous. It's amazing. Right, so I got the code, and that's fine. We're not going to use it, but... Report employee infractions to management. Not that I know where management is, I don't know if there's any cash up here. Sometimes there's just a few coins randomly. And if you're ever wondering, oh, why did I not get 100% on the random coins? You know what I could do? If I turn the wall of light off and then put a stun mine, that would be really funny. Move these bodies. I'm gonna do that because that's just hilarious. Assuming that they're not going to see the bodies that I left downstairs, which I don't. Oh, I mean, maybe they'll just. I don't know how stressed they'll be if they realise that the guys are not at their post and start searching or not. We'll experiment. Let's do a save. If it doesn't work, I can always reload like a coward.
Power seems to have gone out.
You see, so he stresses out. Really can't. Yeah, so now they're all flipping out.
Here. Let's have a look around.
And then they should start coming in through the door. Maybe I'll go and watch out the windows, probably. Except the interrogation room hasn't gone. Okay, so he's the guy from the wall of light. The others are not.
I wonder who that was.
That's really interesting. I would have thought that more of them, like that his being in an alert state would cause the others to become in an alert state, but possibly not. That's fascinating. Well, if there's only one of him, I don't need to bother with a stun mine. No, I'm assuming that he's not going to worry about the fact that the guy's on the desk.
Something feels wrong.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I wonder where all your colleagues are. Frick. I forgot he closed the door behind me.
You're dead!
Ow.
I've got just the thing for you.
For God's sake. Yeah, that was not an efficient way of dealing with that situation. Let's not bother with that. Because we don't need to go through the wall of light at all, there are ways around it. That are actually, you know, pretty much easier.
Forget about that kiss. That kiss.
I like to imagine that all the officers are just, you know, kissing each other or something, and that's what they're talking about. It's not some sweetheart. Best way to deal with these guys is to domino all of them and get them all to fall unconscious simultaneously. That's easier said than done. I can't believe I ain't care. Oh, I can!
That's what?
It's more impressive range than I thought. Actually, there isn't a guy in. Maybe she can go in there sometimes.
I should just work it down.
Okay. Guess it doesn't do anything, does it? Okay, good. Right, so the key that we got off the sleeping officer upstairs opens this gate. But if I've got Shadow Walk, I can just come out the rat hole anyway. But because I've got the key, and that comes out here, easy peasy. Of course, there are more officers around here. The guys, you know, who are like beyond the wall of light can control this area. So, sneak over into the bloodfly infected apartment. I didn't bring that. I meant to bring that flammable bottle with me, but I didn't. Where's the door? Here it is. How convenient. I should just put it down again, because I don't think there are any down here. Another rewire tool, exceedingly useful. Like, if you only loot one thing in this level, loot that. Because you can rewire Clockwork soldiers as well as walls of light and stuff. And then they, you know, kill anything, or kill your enemies and not you, or... It's not on, yeah, it is upstairs, it's not on top of the bookcase. Right, onwards. Definitely some weird noises. Anything useful? No, okay, onwards. If you take the strength upgrade, you can just break down wooden doors, which is quite satisfying. But no, these guys are not infested.
If I hadn't spent half my life floundering,
thank you.
Maybe I'd get invitations.
Yeah, these are not infested in a low chaos run. Really?
Agree more, my dear.
Anyway, so this is a civilian apartment that I can just rob and
ask the Duke to intercede.
Oh, after the
ask the Duke for something useful? Never.
incident, they wanted it off their estate.
But it stopped that family of robbers. Surely Bella and her husband were happy about that.
Yeah, and they just stress out about ID.
Something wrong?
Fuck's sake, okay, how's the best way to deal with this lot? So, I don't know if they actually ever run and get the guards, but you have to leave. still haven't noticed. Amazing. Pop that up there. With that. Whole human body, but you know. So they saw me on my peripheral. Now that it's used one charge, it doesn't activate. You can't pick it back up again.
What's going on here?
Bitch, I don't know. Now, where's his wife? Did she pass out? She already? No, she's just sitting over there. Hasn't noticed that. Frickin'. Okay, now she's noticed me. I think. No.
Oh, I'll never get used to it.
Absolute scenes. What a loser. Okay. What is worth looting in this house? Since they got the really important thing, which is the hound charm thingy with Jim Jim. There we go. Yeah, they're definitely all dead in the High Chaos version. Lady.
You
Come
have
over
to
here.
understand. I am going to call for help if you don't go.
Come over here and walk into my stun mine, please.
Be on your way. Now! Whatever you need, leave me alone.
Oh my god, run away, there we go.
Someone!
Oh, she went for the other door!
I don't want to die. Someone, protect me!
Oh my god, fine. Well, that was horrendous. I'll save her here. I shouldn't have unlatched that door. I don't know if she can unlatch the door. Or if she would have had to come around to the open door and walked into my stun mine. Yeah, absolutely.
Wanted it off their estate.
I might not bother.
That family of
Okay, right, well if I take
Bella and her husband were happy about that.
the Silver Hound statue, which is like worth a lot, and I've definitely got that, and I should go and get the... Oh no, I need to get the rune. Okay.
The whaling slaughterhouses in Dunwall.
Stealth mode! Stealth mode, stealth mode, stealth mode, stealth mode. In very sneaky. You saw nothing. It's actually more effective than I thought it would be. Okay. Yeah, oh my god. Absolutely full never detected when I was working towards that trophy. It took forever. Like, a vast number of reloads. Yeah, there we go.
C D E N G
Let me in.
H I J K L M N O.
Huh? That sounded like broken glass.
No, it sounded like me dealing with blood flies. Go away!
The shooter has to be over there!
What do you mean, tap the blade? What, get, like dog? Yeah, possibly. I mean, I don't know if it's...
End of the road!
Hey, where do you think you're going?
You ready?
I can't see any way to reach her!
No, yeah, which is the particularly funny thing. Because there is literally no way up into this apartment.
I know there's somewhere.
But yeah, working towards the no detections run through was... Yeah, like that. And that's fine. Where's... So... Actually, that's good, because me being detected on that side has drawn them away from being over here. Which is fine. Because we're going this way. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. On more than one occasion, I have fallen to my death from misjudging these jumps, which is particularly embarrassing. But as anybody who's ever seen the game, like playing literally anything, dying of fall damage is the most on-brand thing for me. Again, I got everything. Okay, good. Sneaky, sneaky. Super. Absolutely peeking and sneaking. Oh, okay, no, we're good. Is there? Did I absolutely imagine it? There's a feather up here. No? No? Okay, whatever. The white. Who on earth is paying for feathers? I don't know. But someone pays me for feathers, so I get them feathers. The guard outside the door is only here.
The mansion has a strange beauty
as well.
to it.
I mean,
Maybe
it is
I'll
a
find
very
way to
nice
end
house.
this without killing Kieran Jindosh.
One of those, like, is the low chaos solution actually worse than just killing him? Probably. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Okay, cool. Good. I actually quite like it. Once I worked out how, like, you know, well, we'll see in a second, but you come in and, like, if you pull the first lever, Jindosh comes over and talks to you. That counts as a detection, and he's tracking you throughout the mission from that point. But if you manage to get out of that room without pulling the lever, which seems like it shouldn't be possible, but obviously is possible because you have powers, it's not possible, and no powers are on, obviously.
Alright, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
Yeah. Then, because everybody's on a less alert state...
Welcome to my home, stranger.
It's a lot easier. Well,
is open
it's
to
easier
those
in a
with
way.
the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared to explore further, very few have found their way back out.
Yay.
There are such strange and wonderful things living down in the deep.
This has indeed got the robots. But, again, we should be able to deal with them without turning too many of them on. And of course it's also got the, you know, the rooms change their layout. So yeah, there's no way out of this room, like, to walk. It's all walls and whatever, because you're supposed to pull the lever. Oh, for God's sake, come on, hook up there. If we do this, without pulling the lever, he doesn't know that I'm here. So, now we go sneaky sneaky. Right. I've got to remember where all the loot is as well, because it keeps changing configuration, and that makes it harder. No, it's Adamite that I need, isn't it? It is, yeah, absolutely. It's one of those ones that you do need to replay over and over before you really get... Yes, extra sneaky. can't remember if I think that's what I need. There we go. I don't think I ever twigged that. Like I saw somebody else's walkthrough because I was working on my, you know, no detections playthrough, and only then realised that the fact that Jindosh talks to you at that point counts as a detection.
The space behind the walls.
Yeah, so there's that guy, just vibing. It's the wrong button. There we go. We should be able to, because I've got multiple. The multiple stun upgrade is the most important thing, because one stun on a Clockwork soldier is not enough to kill it. But several, one, I think 2 is good enough, but now I've got 3, which is extra good. So you can just put a stun grenade at the foot of a soldier and it zaps them. No, come here. There we go. Yeah. The other thing is drop assassinations are pretty good because they take their heads off, and once their heads are off they can't see you and they will attack everything, which on one occasion, yeah, I had them actually just kill Jindosh. I wasn't even meaning for that to be what happened, but I took his head off and he just flailed around the room. It's brilliant. Okay, let's walk right over here. So now we're overlooking the waterfall-y room. Not in the sense that all in one playthrough, no. I'm pretty sure I have found them all added together over all my playthroughs, but you know, like I normally get to about 80% on any given level and then just stop bothering.
The man wouldn't keep us waiting.
There's only one.
You know, like there becomes a point where there's nothing else for you to buy.
Besides,
especially because I rob all the shops rather than actually buying things, so...
I happen to know you've doubled your fortune since the Duke took over the silver mines.
Low wages means higher profits, but it's my time that's precious. I'm not used to waiting.
Neither am I.
The reason I'm playing, obviously, the guy at the coup in America who was wearing a tattoo.
Almost titulating.
I like. How did he miss the point of this game? This is all about predatory capitalism and just
36. Very exclusive, whatever the count. Everyone at the Garden Club will be green with envy.
See, normally I would domino these two so that they fall unconscious at the same time, as the little description says, but mesmerize might be a fun way of doing. Let's pop that. No, well, I trust the autosaves a lot.
Am I seeing things?
What's that?
It's looking right inside me.
Empty right now.
You're just looking at the void. Oh shit, there's some other. Ow, there's a guard over there.
Do you know how long we waited for this appointment?
And they just forget. That's brilliant.
Going crazy?
Yeah, babe, we're going crazy. Right, I might do the same thing to the guards in that room. Of course, the real annoying thing, where if you are trying to get like 100% of the coins and whatever, is that there are things like hidden where you do need to move the configuration of the levers, which is quite annoying. Absolutely snaffled.
Met a girl from Morley, our love ended poorly. I spied a lass from Bristol.
Go this way. Did you just... Oh, they heard it. Okay. Just chill.
Floor shifted earlier. Easy.
Yeah, so it's like, this is the best way to get down to Sokol, by the way. It's under there. Anyway. Didn't even see that. What was it? Yes, with Sorka. I'll show you that. I don't think they say it nearly as much in the second one. They've decided that, yeah, like the amount that they say it in the first game just makes it a bit weird. Lift shaft. I did not mean to put that really. Deal with Jindosh first, probably. But yeah, so Megan says chopper a lot in the. Fuck, no, you saw nothing. In the Death of the Outsider expansion, which is nice. Good. Okay. And the other thing, of course, is that the Clockworks will wake up if they detect unconscious humans. Which can be really annoying. Because there's one there. I think I can get around to her without. Okay, right. Yep, and he didn't see that. Although, if reinforcements ever come through the lift, they will see those. So I will probably need to move those guys. So yeah, best way to deal with these lads. And now we can get the hell out of the way.
Activation. Oh, good show. You've overcome one of my Clockwork soldiers from the sound of it.
Oh, Jindosh. He should.
Jindosh.
Oh, okay. I should have taken him out first. Well, whatever.
Seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rooms.
Yeah. So that one was asleep, and it's just. I think you can't take him out with your sword. Maybe if they, if you've got the upgrade, you know. There's an upgrade to your sword that does more damage to Clockworks. So maybe if you have that, you can take him out with the actual like. Well, that's very irritating because I didn't mean for that to alert Jindosh. Better not have woken up the other one. No, okay. Oop. Yeah, get out of there.
This playback indicates that the machine is.
And they just fry. So good. Yes, this little. You should have a little plaque that you can pick up as a collectible, and I can't find it. That's rude. Irritating. Okay. So obviously, Jindosh's room, lots of.
Though I confess sleep usually eludes me, my mind won't stop turning.
He just, as soon as you alert him to the fact that he's here, he just doesn't shut up. Very vital. Yeah, get that one as well. Yeah. So this is the thing.
What cruelty is this?
How we get the
With this machine,
option to
maybe you won't have to
optimize
die
it,
after all, Jindosh.
which is just, that's not a better option, Emily.
It's a long way down.
Yep. No, we good. this is the best, sneakiest way to get into the lab. Through here is this door. No, that's the one that's locked from the outside. Spare sticky grenades. Actually, sticky grenades are probably a good idea in terms of taking out the clockworks as well. But they're loud, of course, that's the problem. The stunners are silent. Or relatively silent. Why did that not work? Yeah, that's the one. You have to work out how much you need to successfully get the boss fights. Yes, because once you alert Jindosh to the fact that you're here, he has two clockworks here, and they're both awake. If you don't alert him, he's got one that's asleep and one that's awake.
At last, stranger, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder!
Yeah, Bish. In a second. But he doesn't know. Now they found me.
This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
Classic. Okay, hang on. Is that last quick save? Is that before I woke Jindosh up? I've forgotten where I saved. What the heck? It'll be fine. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I came out on the floor below where I expected because the actual lift was in the way, so I will climb up. I'll go back in the lift shaft and climb up higher, I think. Yeah, because Mesmerize doesn't work on the clockworks either, because, you know, they don't have a brain or a soul or whatever it takes for magic to work on them.
According to the scales beneath the floor and my acoustic sensors, you move quite quickly.
Something like that. Ow. I remember on my no powers run I had to climb a lift shaft at one point with, you know, no blink. And that was just wildly irritating because every time I fell down, you know, I had to climb up again. Where the lift actually is positioned right now. I mean, you can call the lift. That's not very subtle.
Check central rotor.
Hop, hop, there we go. Right now. Oh, hang on, let's try that sticky grenade method. Nope, missed.
Boy lost.
Ooh.
What was that?
Was that good enough? No, I took his head off, so he's going to fight the other one. Yeah!
You do your jobs and protect me, you idiots!
Nope. Did he pass out?
This must be Jindosh's
He did!
lab.
They zapped him! Congratulations, genius. Oh. Brilliant. Effortless. Right, well, let's pop him down. Oh, so lucky. But, you know, sometimes that's what you need. Can I have the plaques? There we go, there's one. There's another one. Go back to these other ones and see if we can find them. Yeah, I just happened to catch them in their cycle where they were clearly all in range of each other, which is just spectacular. Yoink! Spooky. that? That's a full load of rewire tools. That's very useful. Plump. Right, well, where's the key to downstairs? I think it is downstairs. You have to work out how to get down there before you. Lunch. That's the way round back to the bedroom. Okay, what have we got? The rune is in segments. Hang on, wait, so this is the chemistry one. This is woodcraft, yeah. Which inexplicably takes a load of power. It's very odd. Okay, hang on, right, we'll move. Jindosh should be... yeah, move him out of the way just in case he like falls down between the segments and just dies. Which, in fairness, would not be the worst thing, but you know. So what we need is it anatomy? Yeah, anatomy and electroshock. And the other easy one is
This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
Yeah, babe. Well, I've got to wait until the other one finishes. Sneaky! I always think it looks like the inside of the TARDIS or something down here. Like a very cool sort of steampunky, clockpunky type TARDIS. Right, that's the door that is locked. Where is the key to the door that is locked? Here it is. Anything in the cupboard? Yes. Amazing. Good, right, what's the rune? Rune is... oh, we moved it upstairs. Okay, great, excellent. Weaponry bench, that's the other useful one. Stun mine, sticky grenade. Incredible, I'm actually full up on sleep darts. Probably can be less conservative about using them, but just not, because I'm always worried I won't have one when I need one. Okay, right. Ding. Did I remember to loot this bit? Is there anything to loot? No, apparently not. Where was I? This one needs to be optics. Come on, Jindosh, tell us your evil plan!
Once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero in younger days. Now, my
if you're going to use this inelegant-looking device against me, get on with it, Jindosh. I'm not sure when you'll
The electroshock machine should work now.
The apparatus. Patience, friend, patience. The sequence of events is important. You'll come to understand my electroshock machine, but when? Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And where does it go when it disappears? Who will tell me that?
Has anyone ever loved the sound of his own voice as much as you do, Kieran?
The switch coming from Sokolov, but you know.
Tell us that.
No, sadly it cannot. But what it can do is take from you the thing you love the most. Your precious intellect. If you won't agree to collaborate on the next Clockwork prototype, I'll use the device on that brain of yours, Sokolov.
I refuse. If I'm to be a drooling idiot, at least I won't be bothered by any more of your rambling theories.
We love his rambling. Right, let's zap. Where's the button gone? There's the button. There it is. Yes, he does, which is worse.
You don't know what you're doing! Anything! I'll give you anything you want! Stop! Don't do this! So much will be lost! An age of advancement!
I mean, yeah, but at what cost, so...
Too bad it had to come to this, Jindosh.
Yeah. But does Emily know or care that lobotomizing people is wrong?
And if I combine the acid against a copper plate...
Right, so it's the best way out. This way brings us to this little photo lab. Of course, there's still a whole load of guards, so I can't just chill, but... 3/4 done. Got spare stun mines and spare rewires. It's the squad. I'm surprised that it doesn't like let us, you know, like Emily doesn't have anything to say about seeing that picture. Because she has something to say about each of the individual pictures if you come and look at them over here.
Brianna Ashworth.
Are they? Not a lot to say, it must be said.
So many events in motion, each exerting a subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. My Clockwork soldiers have played their part, but each costs more coin than a wealthy man sees in a lifetime. It could take years to find a solution on my own. But if Sokolov can be tamed, together we might refine the process, making new Clockworks at a fraction of the cost. Whether I seduce my own teacher with the thrill of discovery,
Oh, you see, that sounds weird.
I'm forced to apply the clamps to his flesh and turn on the voltage, no matter.
Okay, let's stay in this half of the room. Oh, yeah, shoot. Missed my chance there. Okay, well, there's the painting. That note doesn't tell us anything useful. Anything in there? Just health, okay. Button. There we go. Clamps. With P. Not clamps, that would be great though. Okay, back again. Now we can stand over here, that's where I need to be. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Applying clams would probably be kind of uncomfortable. Now, guards can get into this part of the room in certain configurations, so... There goes Delilah.
Delilah Copperspoon.
can be, anyway. Right. This is in its sort of bathroom configuration.
Aramis Stilton.
Why would you have a picture of Aramis in your bathroom? Who knows? I have played the DLC. Which DLC do you refer to? First game, second game? I've played both, but you know, yeah. Right, now... soup. Annoyed that I couldn't find the little placky thing out of this one. I don't know where it went. They do just get flung around sometimes. Okay, no, I literally just looted that cupboard while it was in the other configuration. Okay, bedroom, bedroom, bedroom. Letter. To Delilah. This is the bathroom config. There's nothing in there. Yeah, this is the one where it's got the balcony, which is annoying because the guys downstairs can absolutely get annoyed with you. Is there? Oh yeah, this is in here. Doesn't. Yeah, yeah. Which is where you know Megan Foster from before, you know, she's Megan Foster. That's what I need. Void armor. Oh, that's terrible. That's the one that does, like your mana takes damage before your health does. Which is just, oh, it's great in a fight, but like, literally no other circumstance. So back to, yeah, here we go, first bedroom configuration. That's what I need is that. And also the picture of the Duke, because
Duke Luca Abel.
Emily has something exceedingly cutting and insightful to say, I guess, somehow. I'm so annoyed that they've not got a little placky thingy. Gotta go find another one. Right, downstairs again. Not sticky grenades though. Normie grenades. A lot of normie grenades. That's good to know. What did I just say about which is the easiest way to get out?
We got a letter from the Queen of Morley. How did they manage that?
Which way are we oriented? Okay. There's one guard who comes up and down this side, and then there's a couple the other way. Yeah, there she is. Oh.
No way!
How did I miss? Can I have that one back, please? Chill out. Right, it's fine, that's there. Yes. Okay, good. Right. Swift Stalk is good. I should deal with that in a second. Right, is that the... Oh, the most annoying. I have my reticle, like, smaller than I normally have it at the moment, so these should make it bigger again. But okay. Take that out. Maybe not put it over there. Oh yeah, I'm actually faster now in stealth mode than walking normally, which is kind of hilarious. And that stacks with the bone charm that makes your makes you faster while you've got your weapons sheath. So yeah, you can end up going exceedingly fast, like zoop. Guys over there are probably not going to be able to see her while she's knocked out there, is she? That's... The screen takes your weight, which is the most ludicrous thing. Okay, one spare stun mine there, that's definitely good to know. See, I think maybe... Oh, bollocks.
Is there...
Shit. Yeah, okay, right. Servants shouldn't get too stressed. Oh yeah, it's just... It's funny, if you leave... Okay, so in a second the reinforcements will come down, well, after I've got so called out. They'll come down on the lift there. And obviously if the bodies are left on this side, they'll find the bodies. But if I leave them on this side of the screen, and then change the configuration, the two rich people I robbed earlier will come down and see those bodies. So I, yeah, can't win. There's no good place to hide them. What order are we going to do this in? Let's go and see if I can... It's not really a lot worth coming down here for, but there is... Okay, try not to drown, Amber, good job. Some money! And... more importantly, there's some whale boats somewhere as well. Where is it? Is it in the water or is it above the water? Come on, out, don't drown. Oh, losing it. I'm not taking dark vision, I refuse. It just makes looting too easy. I'm sure there's whalebone down here somewhere. There it is. Melodramatic. Not really drowning. Now, let us sneaky into the kitchen. I think, you know, well, the thing about servants is they never aggro, obviously. They just run away. It's so really irritating. He has seen me. He thinks he's seen me.
A body? Here?
Congrats. But yeah, there's good looting down here. So it's totally worth it. Let's put that. I think they can, like, take fire damage if I accidentally put them at the fire, but... who knows? Absolutely. Just grab him as he runs by. Rugby tackle. Where is it? Whale bone is in one of the ovens. There it is. What's the other thing? Because the guards, I think, can see through the see-through floor. So, like, certainly I trigger their conversations. And if you pull this lever, the dining table comes down, which makes a lot of sense, because obviously it comes down next to the kitchen. Right, stun mine in the lift. Well, because people eat whale, you know, like the delicious blubber and whatnot. I don't know. Why do people eat anything? It's different tastes. I hear rats. Hello, ratties. Okay, this is going to be fiddly, so I'm going to do a proper save as well as a quick save. Spare rewires. Go for the old rewire tool.
Navigation assessment 67. Assessment chamber reconfigured. Standing by. Configuration B. Adapting to layout.
Shit, there he is. Okay. Oh shit, rewire, fuck, ow!
Combat state.
God's sake.
Combat Protocol 6. Playback displays if the machine is successful at putting down a combatant.
Oh yeah. Absolutely the best way to deal with this room is to play as Corvo or on New Game Plus with Emily and use stop time. Because you can freeze time at the moment, like, while the configurations are changing, and then you just hurdle the half up-down wall. It's brilliant. But without stop time, as Emily is in her normal, not New Game Plus state. Yeah, a lot harder. I mean, you could just go for the stun mine. Rather than trying anything fancy. I actually don't know how well he copes at finding I wish I were the sneakiest at this game. I am not. I mean, I'm not bad. And I take the compliment, but I do know a lot of the tricks. I have, you know, achieved the platinum trophy and diddly diddly dee, but, you know, like... one configuration where you find a secret cache of stuff, and I can't remember which way is the best way to get to it. There it is. There we go. No mana potion, no. More annoying. So yeah, in theory, once you can do that as well, but and then the configuration returns if you stop this time on the platform. But, that's only really important if you're trying to. Well, I don't think the speedrunners do it like this at all. But you know, if you have things on your mind about doing it efficiently and whatever. Is that an egg? Oh no, it's a peach. A Georgia peach. Yay. Right. Pick up the old man.
Emily Caldwin, if you
That's
are
Empress
here,
to you.
things have gone further than I thought. But Kieran Jindosh?
Not dead, but I used his machines on him. His mind is not what it was.
You were an interesting little girl.
It's a nice way of
You've
saying you're a
become
psychopath.
Fascinating woman.
Nope, that's the wrong one. What the hell's that platform there for? Yeah, I looted that, didn't I? I think I've got everything. Oops. Well, I've got all the bone charms and whatnot. Right, deal with the guys who are coming down in the lift. I did put a stun mine, so they're about to walk into my stun mine.
Huh? Come on.
Hey, what happened here?
Time for a nap.
And the next one. All three of them. Absolute classic. Have they got anything? No, they don't have any loot. But I can't remember where this lift goes. This is the other lift shaft, not the one in the back of the lab. No, don't kill her. Yeah. Because there are so many stun mines kicking around this level that because the best way to take out the soldiers. Clockworks, I mean. Right? Oh god. We're stuck on. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That makes sense. Oops. Alright. Well, that's fine. Let's not worry about that. Let's go and get Anton and get out of here. Because I think I've got everything I need to worry about. Yeah, you can kind of like work out the layout of the labyrinth by, you know, beforehand if you want to like, well, because the ceiling is glass, but don't accidentally blow ourselves up by walking into the that's a coin. I'll be having that. Ding. Which is the best way? Let's go to 2. Okay, so from here I can come across. How many stun mines? No, I have got a full stack. Oh, that's alright then. No, don't put him down. Okay. Actually, no, I'm going to need to deal with the guards first before trying to take Anton through. Because there's 2 of them. They aren't awake though. But I'm going to need to wake them up by changing the configuration. I need to change the configuration of the room. There's even more spare stun lines in here. It's incredible. Just go, I wonder if I can get... Because 3 charges is not quick to kill, because each of them needs 2 charges each, so... I put this is exactly halfway between them. Let's see what happens.
This playback indicates that the machine is, well, waking up. The machine should enter active state now.
The machine is struggling. Ah, but not struggling enough. Where'd he go? Oh, there it is. No, shut. There we go. Yeah, probably.
Wooden housing breached. The machine is now relying on audio.
So now he'll attack anything because he can't see what he's going to attack, which can be great because then they go absolutely obliterate any of the guards, the human guards. Where's your little flags? There's one. So just no, there it is. Didn't go through the floor. I'll do right, and then one more. Still mine to replenish that, which is nice. Was that something? That was weird. Yeah, I assume that the whale oil would be a good. You know what? Let's do it. It'll be funny. I'll go back and get the tank. Why did I bring the lift instead of just climbing in and out of the shaft? That's... There we go. Ow. Ding. Because there should still be one more. Very last entrance. Actually, no, let's just go up properly with this button. I'm assuming that explosive damage would do a lot of damage to them, so it'd be no different than throwing a grenade or whatever. Well, if it goes terribly wrong, I'll just, you know, improvise, I guess. Which configuration are we in? So we need to... Where's the lever? There it is. Just make the stairs fold out. Okay. Take that. So yeah, there's one guy who's going to come up through the floor. In the middle there.
Activation.
Is that good enough?
The machine should enter active state now.
No. Well, he didn't see me though, so that's alright. Did he take? Must be like half damaged. Sword is good enough. I love that there's even like that they bother with a level map that's available to you because yeah, it's not helpful in the slightest. Right, or did I actually leave Circle off? Well, it was fun. I do love to make big explosions. So I think I picked up the Adamite solution that was available over here on the way in, so just have to go. With not quite all my mana topped up. Have I got the bone charm that lets you drink from puddles, or not puddles, taps? No. do not. It's very irritating. Lunch. I'm also drink my coffee at the same time. I'll probably call it a day at the end of this level actually, because it's taken me longer than I thought it would. Excuse my mum singing loudly in the background. Come on, load time. Load, load, load. There we go. Right, here we go. And magically the carriage is here, despite the fact that I didn't bring the carriage up. You know, I left it in upper. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, wonderful roller coaster ride. Back down again. Not at a point do the guards stop to think, why is she escaping so far? Because I left plenty of guards alive and up at so they should do, but they don't. Get ourselves electrocuted. All of the bodies that I left are just not there anymore.
You are a nuisance to the city. Didn't anybody tell you?
So the surprise that is waiting for us on the way back is that witches have arrived and finished off the guards that you didn't deal with. So there's 3 of them. There's only 3. I can go out the back door and avoid them. So that's just Delilah's crew. Well, Brianna Ashworth's crew technically, but...
Oh, that's relief. Don't know what I hate to deserve that.
The civilians will also panic if they see me with a body, so... Because they're all idiots. I should have just gone up through the roof, actually, that would have been easier. Anyway. Aren't we lucky I can teleport? Yeah, so there's that one, and then those 2. So whatever state you leave the guards in, they're always, like, massacred by the witches when you come back. Which is nice. Not that I've got the option to throw so far, like, that is not how this works. Definitely looted everything. Yes, I did. Good. Way down. There we go. Nailed it.
You did it.
Music.
How is he?
I don't know, you're the one looking at him.
Wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Right. Let's
go then.
Yay, thank you. Well, let's have a look at 12 detections is a bit sloppy, to be honest, but... Oh, I missed a blueprint. Oh, no. That's slightly more irritating. But yeah. That's Where on earth would that have been? That I've... Oh, it's in the... Yeah, the little office off the dining room. It's packed with guards though, so... Not far from where I robbed the rich people. But yeah, so there's little plaques on the Clockwork lads. If you collect 3 of them, you get to have the skull ornament in your bedroom. Oh, the outsider wants to see me, doesn't he? Right, well I am going to save and quit and call it a day here, I think. 2.5 hours, that's the same as yesterday. So, thank you very much for watching. And I guess I'll probably play some more tomorrow. Possibly wait till Monday, not sure. Anyway, Twitter updates will let you know. Right, bye!